Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about overthinking. Do you overthink things? Do you come up with things that you should have said or you should have done and you didn't do? Do you do that on a regular basis? Do you ruminate over things? We have about 20 unique thoughts a day, and everything else is ruminating on those 20 thoughts. So we're having tons of thoughts, but they're all based around these kind of 20 unique thoughts. And we can find ourselves stuck in a loop, can't we? Going over stuff, and thinking, why did something show up this way? Why did it not show up that way? What did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong there? And it's basically all based around the negative. When we overthink, we don't overthink the good stuff. We never do that. We only overthink what we perceive to be negative and what hasn't worked out for us. So, and the thing is, what happens is the more we do that, the more it goes over and over in our mind, we are then evoking the energy of it. So we are just you'll get stuck in a loop and you'll just keep going over and over and over. And then you might maybe see more evidence to back up what you're thinking, or you'll just get stuck in this loop because the more energy you give to those thoughts, the more you water them, and it's like they're growing, so they just want more of you and they're demanding more of your attention, and you give them more attention and they want more and more and more. So this is not OCD I'm talking about here. This is not a clinical condition. I'm just talking about if you generally think too much about things, you bring your mind into the equation and it doesn't really solve anything. All it's doing is ruminating and reminding you of what an idiot you were, or why did you do this, why did you do that, or what an idiot somebody else is, and you kind of ruminate about that as well. That is you getting stuck in a mind loop basically, and you just go round and round and round. So it won't do you any good because of the fact that this is all energetic, and so you're building up that energy within you. Let's say, for example, you had fallen out with your boss and you had kept going over a conversation that you wanted to happen. This has happened to me years ago, that you wanted to happen. You didn't really want it to happen, but you felt better by having this imaginary conversation where you told them this and you told them that, and they said this and they said that, maybe they apologized or whatever, but you made them feel a bit stupid. And you enjoy that because it makes you feel better, and you do it quite a few times and you build up that energy. One of two things will happen. One, you will end up having that almost exact conversation, which is what happened to me. Or two, you will carry on building up that energy of friction between you and your boss. So there will be more friction, and you will be coming into the office and it will seem to never end, this absolute friction between you. But it's because you're keeping it going, you're keeping it alive with the energy of it. So you are saying, show me this, show me more of this, show me more of this is what I want. And it's not, but you don't realize that. So you're caught in that rumination loop. So what do? First of all, you say to yourself, yeah, I'm an overthinker. I definitely overthink things. I'm definitely doing this. Okay, I want to stop. So my intention is, I intend to be able to stop overthinking. I intend to be able to let things go. I intend to be able to accept things have happened, but then let them go. It doesn't matter what the wording is, but it's intention. Really think about the wording that works for you. So you have now set your intention. You've grabbed a hold of this issue and you've thought, I don't want this anymore. I'm going to deal with it. That's the first thing that you do. Secondly, you think of a couple of power words that will back this up, this intention up. So, I love the one fearless. It can be unstoppable. You could use, somebody else gave me unperturbable. So nothing bothers you. Anything that would kind of help in this particular situation, if it's one that's really fairly overwhelming for you and it's quite prevalent in your life at the moment. Use words to back up your intention. Now, really speaking, you don't really need to do much more than this because you've set that intention. If you've been very clear about that and you know that's what you want and you know that's what you're doing, so every time you then start to ruminate and you feel you might be doing it for a bit before you've noticed it, stop yourself and use one of your power words that you've chosen. You might have a little selection of them that you pick from, and any situation could have another power word attached to it. So do that and just keep doing it. Keep doing it until that situation will just kind of dissolve and you'll just kind of feel like another thing you can do. This is a really powerful technique, and it's one I've used quite a lot lately, and I'll explain to you how I used it Friday. It's called strong resolution energy. So you are evoking a strong resolution energy within you. So whatever energy you have around a certain situation, change it for strong resolution energy. This is a Richard Dot's thing. I've got it from a book that I was reading of his. If I can remember which book it is, I'll list it down below for you. Strong resolution energy, and it is you pull that in, and you can pull it in and then kind of link it to this situation, but you're pulling this energy in instead. So basically it's a resolve. Something is going to resolve itself. You don't have to believe it will, you just pull in this energy and sit with that. And it's a really good one to practice with. Now I do this whenever I feel, let's say I don't want to, I've got two things that I do if I don't want to attend an appointment or go to a meeting that I've had planned, and when I did plan it I wanted to and then I didn't want to. I generally just go, I don't want to do that, I really don't want to do that. I feel the desire for it, but lately I've been just bringing this energy in instead and just letting it sort itself out, and then either it gets cancelled or I do go to it and it ends up being so productive that I'm so pleased that I went to it. So it's an awesome energy. Now this is what I did with it on Friday. Okay, so I am getting a new car next Friday, and it's all kind of happened really, really fast. I've been waiting for ages because, you know, it's really difficult to get new cars delivered at the moment, and I've kind of given up asking for updates. And I just first of all, I brought in the strong resolution energy, thinking like, no, I do really want this car, because I did get to a point of thinking, do I even want to bother? But I thought, no, I do really want it. There's several, it's fully electric, it's going to be great. We've got a point at home, and you know, it's the way to go, isn't it? So no, so I declared to myself, no, you do really want this. You do, like, bring in the strong resolution energy. So I did that. A couple of days later, I got an email from the sales guy that I'm dealing with saying it's coming in on, I think it's coming in on Tuesday, and I could have it by Friday, so the next week. Awesome. So it worked awesomely well with that. Sorry, sounds like there's a fly dying in the background. Really sorry about that. Hopefully it'll pop his clogs in a minute. So secondly, he then said, there's loads of documents for you to sign, and I've sent them all digitally. So I expected just a couple, I expected them to be very self-explanatory. And when I bought my last car, which was new, I sat down with the sales guy and I did it all with him, so it wasn't an issue. But it was very confusing, and one document, for example, just went on and on about gap insurance, and it said that I bought it, and then it said I bought paint cover and all this stuff, and I hadn't bought any of that, absolutely haven't. And then I looked to see that I'd signed the order form, which had all of this on it, so I was very concerned, thinking, oh great, it's like £1,500 worth of stuff that I didn't want. And I must admit, I have a funny thing about dealing with garages, and do you know what, there's no reason for this at all. I've never been like treated badly or anything like that. I don't know what it is, but it's something. So I just thought, okay, yeah, I can feel that sort of like, oh, you know, you're going to baffle me, and I don't want to sign for anything. I don't want to get, I don't want to sign for anything that I haven't agreed to. But it was very confusing when there was another document, and I signed a couple that I was fine with, and then 3 I wasn't fine with. And I thought, okay. And I could tell I was slightly getting on John, the salesperson's nerves, because I was asking all of these questions, and I think he just thought, what are you on about? And I could just tell that, and he said, oh, I'll call you tomorrow. That's what he said to me. Now, he'd only ever had my number, only ever been dealing with me, only ever had my email address. That was it. So, and I thought, oh, okay, cool. So I brought in, I thought, oh, come on, stop it. Bring in the strong resolution energy. You'll get it sorted out. You'll feel strong. You won't get baffled, whatever. Just bring in that energy and see it run smooth. So I did that, because I have to keep reminding myself to do it. I did that. That was Thursday evening I did it, knowing that he was going to call on Friday. Friday, he called Jeremy. He called Jeremy's mobile phone. Very confusing for both of us. Nobody's got any idea how he got Jeremy's number, because I would have been dealing with him. I ordered the car, I didn't give him Jeremy's number. So he calls Jeremy's number, and I can hear this, it going on. He's sat there and Jeremy's going, and she hasn't ordered this and she hasn't ordered that, and no, we're not paying for this. And then he started being really sort of charming with him. 5 minutes later, it's all sorted. I've got all of that for free. All of that stuff for free. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't even have to get on the phone. And I thought, wow. And I thought that was my perfect resolution, because if generally, if anything needs doing to my car, unless it's someone I can phone up to get out here and do it, if it's got to go to a garage, I will just go, Jeremy, can you deal with that? I just don't want to deal with it. So it's just a funny thing that I have. Like I said, there's absolutely no reason for it. So I thought, wow, it was resolved so quickly, and I didn't have to even resolve it. I didn't have to have that conversation. It got sorted for me. And, you know, Jeremy's a very strong character, and he literally did just deal with it, and it's all done. Oh, and also, in with that, my car is due an MOT on Wednesday, and I can't pick up the new car until Friday. So I was like, that's a real pain, isn't it? But all that got sorted as well. Jeremy said to me, oh, you can take your car in on Wednesday, they'll MOT it for you, they'll sort the damage out, because there's a bit of damage on it for you at the back. They'll sort that out, they'll put the MOT on there, they'll keep it until Friday, we can just go and pick the new one up on Friday. Like, everything sorted in that one phone call. absolutely brilliant. And that was, I firmly believe that was that strong resolve energy, strong resolution energy that I brought in, because we don't have any idea how they've got Jeremy's mobile number. We didn't ask, we don't care, it's got sorted. And I said to him that I'd done that to Jeremy, and I said, that's so amazing that you like sorted that out, because that was perfect. I didn't even have to get involved. So I believe whatever this is kind of works on your, what works for you. Knowing that I don't like to deal with garages, I didn't have to. That got completely taken out of my hands and it was dealt with by Jeremy. Anyway, so that's what this is. Have a go. Energy, manipulating energy, influencing energy is the most awesome thing that you can do. And if you just did that and nothing else, you'd see all kinds of changes in your life, and you'd really, and it is what I work with. I do still set intentions because I like doing that, because I like to get real clarity on what it is that I want, because sometimes I think I want something, like I was started to get a bit confused with the car, like thinking, should I just not keep mine? I mean, I like my car. I really like my car actually, and it's a hybrid. So it is petrol, but it is also part electric, and I do like it. It was only because I kind of got carried away with the new car thing, thinking I can do it and I'd love an electric car, but there's nothing wrong with my car. So I was getting in that. So then I thought, okay, now I've got this confusion going on. Should I keep my car? So I could feel that indecision within me, and I thought, no, I need to sort that out, because otherwise it's just going to go on, and there will be no resolution. Because if I kept my car, I had to keep like refinancing it, and then I would have to decide whether to pay it off. So I needed to get clarity on that. And once I got clarity, I know I really do want this car, bang, it was coming in. And then strong resolution energy, I didn't have to sort out any of those issues. So I hope this was useful, and do try that. Honestly, it is an amazing little, I call it a trick, it's not really, it's just influencing energy within you. You're evoking something in order to sort something out one way or another, but you don't know how that's going to happen. You have to just go with the fact that you don't know how it's going to happen, but what is better than having that energy anyway? The way I looked at it, sorry, I'll slow down a bit. The way I looked at it with the car was, it feels better. That energy feels better anyway. So if I have to deal with it and sort it out, I feel stronger. I feel like, no, I'm not going to get sort of badgered into anything that I don't want to do. I'm not going to sign for anything until I know exactly what I'm signing for. So I really felt strong about that, but then I didn't even have to deal with it. So it was even better. But I felt better by just evoking that energy anyway. Anyway, I hope this was useful. You can sign up for Zoom coaching with me. You can sign up for email coaching with me. That's all on my website. I'll link to that below. And I write books. I'm an author. My latest book is out now. I've got 5 books out at the moment. So pop along to Amazon and see if there's anything there that you fancy. They're all listed below anyway. So pop along and take a look. And that is that. Thanks for watching.